Welcome, Leo, to your September 2021 reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is the first time you've tuned into my reading, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Now, remember, Leos, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and let the rest go. Now, you've got a very interesting reading. You've got one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, but you've also got some challenging cards here as well. And as I was meditating on this spread, I was getting some distinct messages through that were for specific people, I do feel. Now, we'll get into all of that later, but let's start out with your first card, the Nine of Cups. One of my favorite cards of the deck. Just look at it. It is absolutely beautiful. This is the card of Make a Wish and it comes true. I feel like for a lot of you in September, you are going to be getting a wish come true. Something that you have really been hoping for and dreaming about. This card is just fulfillment, happiness. It's just absolutely wonderful energy here. It's a card of satisfaction and gratification. It's just all of the wonderful things, pleasure, abundance, and because it is cups, it is often abundance in love. But most definitely, out of all of the cards in the deck, I think this one does talk about wish fulfillment more than anything. And for some of you, I'm feeling like this could be a baby coming along for you. You may have been wishing for this and you have the Empress card. And if you look at the imagery on this particular deck, you can actually see a little fetus growing inside the Empress. So this can literally be some of you finding out that you are pregnant, and this may have been a wish fulfillment for a lot of you. But the Empress is that Earth Mother card, and it's that card of abundance again. You know, this is a double up meaning here. The Nine of Cups is talking about abundance, but so is the Empress. Now, the Empress is luscious, beautiful, nurturing energy. I feel a lot of you are going to be looking so beautiful as well in September and really attracting a lot of people. But the Empress overall really is that card of fertility and maternal instincts. And it's also a connection with nature as well. You're really connected. There's this, and connected to Mother Earth kind of energy. But this is you, if you're not pregnant or not even thinking about that, you can be creating something that you have really been wanting to start or give birth to in a metaphorical sense. Here in September, there is beautiful, wonderful energy surrounding that. And, you know, it's going to give you exactly what you had wished for. I really feel that. Now, the Eight of Wands is telling me that there's change in the air here. And, you know, Eight of Wands, often this can talk about the arrows of love. So some of you may be in love, could potentially be with an earth sign, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo here. But the Eight of Wands, as I said, it's change in the air, change in the wind. And this is also a card of lots of things going on in your life, lots of movement and emails and messages. And this can also have something to do with this King of Pentacles. It can have something to do with you creating your abundance. You're really ready for action here, Leo, and it's almost like there's momentum that has begun and you are just sort of grabbing those umbrellas. If you look at the imagery of that card, the character is hanging desperately to those umbrellas, and the wind is just taking them to where they want to go. So you are in this flow of momentum, and it's wonderful. But this change in the air, I'm feeling you've got the Death card here. Now, there's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to the Death card. Doesn't mean you're going to die or anything like that, but to me, it's saying you are releasing something that you have been hanging on to for quite some time. And the Death card is also a Scorpio. This represents the sign of Scorpio. So some of you could very well be in a relationship with a Scorpio, because as I said, that Eight of Wands is those arrows of love. Sometimes some people do describe this card as that. And the figure is getting blown straight to that Scorpio card. But ultimately, the Death card is that card of releasing something, and it's releasing something that doesn't serve you any longer. You've been able to take what it is that you could from a situation, from a relationship, from a job, and it's almost like there's an inevitable end. And you've completed what it is that you need to complete, and this is allowing a transformation for you, and you are moving on to that next stage in whatever it is that has completed here for you. And there is quite a feeling of finality, something that has really ended, and perhaps something that did create a little bit of pain, a little bit of stress or worry for you. But that is behind you now. In September, there is this wonderful transformation. You are changing. And you know what? If this does relate to some of you being pregnant, that is a complete transformation. You are becoming a mother or a parent if you are a male listening to this reading, and it does take that ending of one part of your life and moving into another part. Now, you've got the Two of Pentacles here as well. Now, all twos are choices. They represent a choice here. Because this is Pentacles, this could have something to do with your work. It could have something to do with the way you earn your living or make your money. But this is flexibility under grace, so to speak. It's one of those cards. If you look at the image on the card, the figure is standing on one foot on a very high building, balancing on her finger two sticks, and it looks like a ball. There's always the symbol of infinity that is shown in the Two of Pentacles, which, if you turn it up the right way, is an 8. This is a very magical symbol. But the Two of Pentacles sort of talks about you being able to handle all kinds of challenges that come your way with elegance and grace. And it does depict a busy life, like you are juggling a lot of things, You're multitasking, and it's also a card about adaptability here. I feel like there is this change in the air, as I was sort of saying, that Eight of Wands energy is kind of saying there is changes going on that are quite significant, monumental. I wouldn't, yeah, monumental even, that kind of energy. But yeah, you are definitely going to be very, very busy in September. Again, I feel this is work related. This is to do with your passion, your career, something like that. Very, very busy, fast moving energy. But you're going to be able to do this all very successfully. Now, for a trickier card. And it's interesting, you've got two of the trickiest cards here, the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords, and they both are on either side of this King of Pentacles. Now, this to me I felt like as I was meditating on this, these cards were related to this King of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Swords, just as it stands as a meaning, is a card about choices, and it's a card about perhaps not always making the right choices, and it's also a card about deception and manipulation as well. So I feel for some of you, there could be a person in your life, an earth sign here, that is potentially trying to be a little bit dishonest, being a little bit deceptive. And this is a card of secrets as well. The Seven of Swords is a card of secrets. But also, if this is related to some choices that you are making, Leo, just think them through carefully. You don't want to be dishonest, or you don't want to try getting away with something and not doing things with the utmost of integrity. Often the Seven of Swords shows up to kind of act as a little bit of a warning to say, think through your choices very carefully. Normally in a traditional deck, this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Welts-Stein. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. But in a traditional deck, you see a figure sneaking into the enemy camp and trying to steal all of the weapons from their enemy in the dark of night, in secret, and take the swords away. But as they're running, they're dropping swords, and not only are they making a noise to alert the enemy, they're leaving weapons behind that can be picked up and can be used against them. So this is a little bit of a warning to just say, if this does relate to you, just be very careful that you are making the right decisions. But as I said, when I was meditating, I felt like both of these cards related to this King of Pentacles. Now, I feel like this is a female. In this particular deck, there are two cards for every king, a female depiction of the king and a male depiction of the king. And there's also two cards for the emperor. There's a female emperor and a male emperor. And what the instructions say is to take out whichever ones you want to use, whichever you feel more comfortable with. But I leave them all in because I've asked my spirit guides to indicate to me whether it's a male or female energy that the cards do talk about, because often court cards will talk about a person that is in your future or in your life that is significant in the reading. And so I feel this is a female, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Normally I would read the King of Pentacles as a Taurus, but it is a general reading, so you take what resonates here. And I feel like, yeah, this one is, there could be deception and honesty regarding this person around you. Now, the King of Pentacles itself, this is actually quite a wonderful card. It means, again, financial success. It's a card of a business person, someone with excellent management skills, someone with discipline, and you're great at finances. This is someone that's great at finances, and it's a card of wealth. So I feel like your wealth is absolutely building for you in September here. And I feel like this is like the typical business person, someone that is a leader in their field, able to create wealth as well. Now, this is someone that also is very generous with their wealth and can help people around them, because they are able to create so much. They have an abundance, and they're able to help the people around them. So this is quite wonderful energy. And if what often court cards do represent in readings as well is that you are taking on this same sort of energy. You are going to be that person that is able to create wealth. This is a leader as well, a business leader. Can also represent a boss, but yeah, as I said, this can be someone who is also perhaps not behaving with the greatest of integrity within your life, if you do have one of these people in your life. Now, you've got the Five of Swords here, another bit of a challenging card. I'm so sorry, Leo, don't shoot the messenger here, but the Five of Swords can talk about a little bit of conflict. So there might be some conflict there with this Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo. But this is a card of winning at all costs. It's one of those, often, I mean, in a traditional deck, you'll see a person standing there carrying the Five Swords, after battle. And if you look behind, they're standing, they've won, and they've won the battle. But if you look behind them, there's carnage, there's dead bodies, and the carnage of war, so to speak. And you often have to ask yourself, when you get the Five of Swords in your reading, is whether or not this battle is worth the fight. Or this fight is worth the battle, perhaps, is a better way to say it. And whether winning at all costs is actually worth it. I mean, if you believe it is, you fight till the death. You do what you have to do, Leo. But really question yourself and ask whether you want to win at all costs, no matter how much pain is caused. But yeah, this is also another card of manipulation, and it's interesting that both the 7 and the 5 talk about manipulation, and they are both around this earth sign here. So just be careful that no one is here trying to manipulate you in any way or take advantage of you in any way. But yeah, I mean, it is a cut. You will win. I mean, some people say that this is conflict and defeat, but I feel like often this is the other person. But particularly if this is to do with love, and somebody that you care about, if there is this conflict in your life, there can, even though there is a winner, there's got to be a loser as well. And if you love that person, it's not nice to see them sad and feeling lost. So this kind of leads into your final card, Proceeding Softly, which is quite poignant when you look at your reading. It's really telling you exactly what I feel you need to hear here. Proceed softly so that everybody is a winner, I guess. But the affirmation for this card is, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. Now, the meaning of this card is, go forward slowly and gently. Stop to smell the daisies and enjoy the view. Love and appreciate what is here now. The universe wants you to know, when you take your time and go slowly, new perceptions blossom that you can't see if you're moving fast. Step out of the rapid pace of everyday life and step into the majesty of stillness. Resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct and tune into your deeper intuition. Power is born when you relax into the present moment. And wow, isn't that so poignant? And it's going to be hard to do that, I feel, with the cards that you have. You've got this quite frantic energy of the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles is also kind of another card where you've got multiple things happening, multiple jobs going on at the same time, juggling a lot of stuff. But if you can just take that message, proceeding softly, and just take your time to work through things, I think that is going to be the best way for you through in September. So I hope that resonated with you, Leo, and please take me up on my offer if you are a new subscriber, and I hope to see you next month as well. Bye.